Hey Leo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. Now I do like to remind you, Leo, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate, and you're always welcome to take what works and leave the rest. So we're jumping right into it today, my lovely lions. Let's see what could be coming toward Leo in love. First message coming out today for Leo, we've got the Six of Wands. Now, this is a really positive energy. It's typically a card associated with victory and success. So this is a love reading. So it kind of feels like something good is going to be happening in your love life around this time. But let's see where it goes. Tell me more, please. The Five of Swords. Oh, interesting. Not a good energy. Okay. So that's a bit of whiplash here, Leo. The Five of Swords is actually like drama, drama, drama. It tends to indicate issues coming up. It tends to indicate, people meddling in our relationship, problems that are coming up, third-party situations, external stuff that is negatively impacting our connection. So unfortunately, what I'm seeing here, Leo, is like you might be in a situation romantically right now where things have been going really well between you and your person, but then all of a sudden this happens, the Five of Swords. There's some sort of conflict. There's some sort of challenge here that could be coming in and kind of like messing with the dynamic between the two of you. And like I said, the Five of Swords is usually something external. So it could be an external situation or an external person who's like meddling and causing problems in your relationship. Okay, tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo right now. And then the Five of Cups. Okay. So another heavier type of energy, the Five of Cups, is feeling disappointed by a situation, feeling let down. I almost kind of feel like something could be happening with you and whoever you're involved with romantically. It's going to be challenging, and maybe your person's going to do something where you're like, I don't like how you handled that. You've kind of let me down. You kind of disappointed me in how you approached this situation. So I do see some struggle and challenge here. The thing I will, though, say, Leo, is that the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups are not major arcana. So while they're not the best energy and they do represent conflict, tension, and disappointment, they typically represent things that can be overcome. So even though it's frustrating in the moment to have to deal with these situations, there can definitely be a way forward, right? So I do think that this could be an interesting dynamic. I do think that if you're resonating with the message, that things have probably been going really well with you and somebody, but there could be something happening around this time that creates some conflict or tension between the two of you. And I think the question becomes, how do you guys move forward? What does that look like? So what we're going to do for the rest of the reading is we're going to look more at this person, because hopefully it can give us a bit more insight into what exactly is going on for them and what they're doing. So we're going to look at their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what actions they could be taking. I'll look at the same thing for you, Leo, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's just kind of see how this plays out. So tell me about this person who Leo is involved with, please. Okay, first card coming out is the Chariot. That's actually a good thing in my mind, Leo, because the Chariot tends to show up when somebody is like determined to overcome a challenge. So right away, I feel like your person is going into problem solving mode. I feel like if there are problems that are coming up between you guys, I think that they want to fix it. I think they want to find a way to problem solve and move forward. Tell me more about this person's energy, please. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely something stressful here. There's something heavy. There's something weighing on your person's mind. Yeah, I mean, it could be life kind of getting in the way because, life gets kind of busy and hectic sometimes, and then it weighs us down. It stresses us out. You could even be dealing with somebody who has a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. I'm getting like there might be a lot of responsibility from the family. So that might be what's going on for some of you. It's like your person has a lot on their shoulders, right? Maybe they're the caretaker for somebody in their family. Maybe they have a lot of responsibility for a family situation, right? And so that could be contributing to some of the stressors potentially that they're going through, right? Tell me more, please, about their energy, and then the Six of Pentacles. But here's a good thing, Leo. This is a card of balance and reciprocity. I really feel that if there is a challenge coming up, your person is doing everything that they can to bring things back into balance. I get a very active type of energy here of your person, like we saw with the Chariot, wanting to fix the problem, wanting to address the issue. wanting to deal with the stress, wanting to deal with whatever this external situation is, so that essentially the two of you can bring the connection back into balance. So this feels positive to me because it's like your person recognizes that something has gone sideways, but I do think that they're working to fix it. Now, I also want to say, Leo, like I'm getting the message that they might not do it perfect the first time. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the 5 of Cups, right? Where I was like, there's almost a sense that they might do something and you feel kind of let down. So sometimes what happens is our partner might try to fix something and they mean well, but the way that they do it is like not maybe the best way to fix it. And so I could see something like that happening where your person is doing something that they think is helping the situation and it's not really. They're well-intentioned, but it's not really, hitting the mark, right? So you might have to have a conversation with them where you're like, I'm kind of disappointed that you did this or you said that. But I think if you do, Leo, they're very quickly gonna try and recover it, right? They might say to you, like, I thought I was helping, I thought I was fixing it. I now realize that was not working, so I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do something better. You know what I mean? I guess what I'm getting is like a sense of maturity from your person. So what could they be feeling right now? 4 of Cups, okay? So I think that the 4 of Cups is that emotional disconnect that can sometimes come up within our relationship when things are stressful, right? And so right now there might feel like there's a little bit of a distance between you guys, a little bit of an emotional disconnect. I think that happens when there's stress going on within a connection. So your person might be feeling a bit overwhelmed, pulling back a little bit. Tell me more. But they end up coming towards you with the star energy. This is Aquarian energy, right? They want to fix things. They want to heal things. And so maybe what happens initially is both of you guys get super stressed out about the situation. They do things that don't really make things better and then they kind of shut down. You're feeling, frustrated. We'll look at your energy later. But then your person realizes at the end of the day, they don't want to lose you, right? So with the star card, it's like them coming towards you and being like, I want to heal this. I want to fix things, and doing everything that they can to show you that they love you and they want to be here with you. Tell me more, please. And then the 5 of Pentacles, yeah. I mean, we're getting a lot of 5s here in the reading. The 5 of Pentacles is like that emotional disconnect, being left out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles can also sometimes speak to financial challenges. So I'll just throw it out there, you guys. For some of you, maybe the issues here are somehow related to money, right? Like maybe your person has gone through some financial challenges or is going through some financial challenges. I keep getting something about supporting the family. So maybe supporting their family with some sort of financial challenge. I feel your person probably has a lot of responsibility. And so that could be where the disconnect is as well. Like there could be something financially tough that's going on. But I do think that, in a situation like this, it's tough because the stress does have the potential to push people apart, right? And I think the big piece of advice, this is just my opinion based on what I'm seeing, take it or leave it, Leo, is like, don't let the stress make you lose sight of the good things in your relationship. Like this is one of those situations where it's like, I almost want to advocate for the two of you and be like, I get that it's stressful, but like, don't let that tear apart a good thing that you guys have going on, because it's really significant to me that the first card was the 6 of Wands. So I'm like, there is something really good here between you guys, right? And I think it has been really good. So even though things might be a bit stressful right now, I'm not like minimizing it, but I think sometimes the stress can make us forget all the good things. And if you're able to hold on to those good moments, that can help you guys stay connected even in a tough situation. But if you're not able to do that, that's where you start to feel like that disconnect, that loneliness, that sense that you guys are like not fixing things. That's what I think you want to avoid here. So let's see what actions they could be taking. The Empress, that's good, you guys. This is about them wanting to love and nurture you, love and nurture the connection, bring things back to a good place. Tell me more. King of Pentacles, look at that. Maybe you're dealing with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, but here's the thing, Leo. They are really trying to show up in this steady and stable way. So I'm getting the message. I'm getting like sports analogies, which is funny because I'm not a person who really watches sports, to be honest. Like I'll watch like the Super Bowl, right? Like the one football game of the year, or like hockey playoffs, NHL or something. Hockey, yeah. Like I don't really watch sports, but I'm getting these analogies that are like, at first they try to fix the issue and they fumble, but then they end up recovering it, right? So I don't know, you guys, maybe be prepared for this, Leo, that if there is some sort of stress on your relationship, I feel the first thing that your person does is not going to be the best way to solve the problem, and you're going to be annoyed. But I think they're going to, after they fumble, they're going to quickly recover and do everything that they can to bring things back into a sense of stability, right? That's what I'm getting. Let me know if that connects. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking. And then the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, Leo, they're doing everything they can to hold on and not lose you, right? So I don't know. I was a little worried when I got the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups, because I'm like, oh, this is kind of an annoying energy. And if it's not dealt with correctly, it can potentially lead to bigger issues. But if it is dealt with correctly, then it becomes fixable and it becomes a non-issue. And that's what I see here. I actually see that your person is very proactively going to come in, try to deal with whatever this problem is, maybe not get it right or perfect right away. But if you talk to them about what you need, I think they're going to hear you and they're going to do everything that they can to hold on to you, to prove that they're stable and to prove that they want to nurture the connection. So that's what I see for them, Leo. So that's actually positive in the midst of some sort of struggle, right? So let's look at you. Tell me about Leo's energy. Hanged Man. Yeah, I mean, I think you're feeling a little stuck right now. You're frustrated with the situation, but you're trying to look at it from different perspectives. Like, one of the things that I think can really help us in a relationship is putting ourselves in our partner's shoes, right? So let's use the example that I've been talking about. Maybe there's this stress going on, and then your person does something and you're like, I don't like that. That didn't fix the problem. But then you put yourself in their shoes and you're like, okay, I can kind of see why they thought that would have helped, And then you have a little bit of compassion because you're like, they didn't really fix the problem, but when I put myself in their shoes, I can see what they were trying to do. I can see that they were well-intentioned. And then once you have that perspective and you're like, I can see that they mean well, that's a really good place to move forward from, right? Because now you're like, I get that they're trying, and that's a good thing. Tell me more, please, the Lovers. Yeah, I mean, basically just indicating that you love them. Pretty straightforward, right, Leo? Tell me more, please, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think you're just kind of hoping that you guys can have a fresh start, get unstuck from this tough situation. So it's an energy of wanting to move forward, right? Getting ready for that new beginning with this person. What could Leo be feeling? King of Wands. That's nice. I mean, this is your energy, Leo. So to me, it feels like you're trying to approach this situation in a really mature way and just kind of, keep your head held high, stay confident in the connection. Tell me more. Justice, okay? Trying to bring the situation into balance. You know what came to mind so strongly when I pulled that card? Sometimes I get something in my mind and I like to say it, Leo, is that you need to be willing to accept their apology. I don't think I've ever said that on my channel. That came to mind so strongly. Like, there's an interesting dynamic here in this reading where I'm like, something happens, they try to fix it, but they don't go about it the right way, and then they apologize. And I think you need to accept that apology to move forward. That's the message, right? It's like, don't make them pay for it. Don't make them work for it. It's like, if they are genuinely trying to fix things, even if they don't do it perfectly and then they apologize, I feel like if you can give them that grace and that compassion in this situation, they're gonna do so much better the second time, right? I don't know, I don't think I normally get that kind of message, but I'm almost like advocating for your person, where I'm like, they're not doing everything perfectly necessarily, but they're really trying. So it's like, let them try. And if they don't get it perfect the first time, maybe, give them another chance. Let me know if that connects, you guys. Tell me more, please, about how you're feeling, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, Leo, you've obviously got big feelings for this person. You love them. We've got the Lovers. We got the Queen of Cups. Like, you love them. So, find a way for you guys to move forward. Let's see what actions you could be taking right now. The Hierophant, yeah. I mean, you obviously want to marry this person, okay? You want to commit. Tell me more, please. Seven of Pentacles. Be patient. Be patient with them, right? I think, yeah, I get it. Five of Swords, Five of Cups, it's annoying. But like I said, it's not major arcana. These are not two cards that need to break you guys up by any way, shape, or form. You can navigate these issues. You can deal with them. I think it's going to require a little patience here, right? That's what the Seven of Pentacles is. But like, Leo, if you truly feel the Hierophant, like this is who you want to marry, you know, you might have to just kind of be a little bit patient. It sucks when there's conflict and issues, but that's life. It will come up. And it really just at the end of the day is about how we navigate those challenges together so that we can move forward. What other actions could Leo be taking? Ooh, what is this? The Tower. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my gosh. Leo. Okay. This is, this is why I think I've been getting the message where I'm almost like advocating, where I'm like, don't make them work for it. You know, accept the apology. Because I just feel there's something in your energy, Leo. Take it or leave it. But like, be honest with yourself. There's almost like there's something in your energy where you're like going to be so annoyed that you might do something to really shake things up, but then perhaps regret it later. I'm just saying, take it or leave it, but I'm throwing it out there for those of you who might connect. It's almost like you're going to be so annoyed with how they deal with things that one way you could deal with it is what we already talked about. You can realize nobody's perfect, and if they mess up, you can give them another chance and have compassion and grace, right? Or they might not do something perfectly and you're like, that's it, we're over, the relationship is done, like, why did you do that? Like, that could also be a reaction you have. That type of a reaction could end up like messing up the whole thing and cause it to come crumbling down, right? Like, it makes me feel that with this Tower in your actions, you might also have the tendency to act in a very emotional way, which if you're not careful could be destructive to the relationship in a way that you're going to regret. This is like the hard truth kind of moment. By the way, I think we've all been there, okay? So I think what happens sometimes, we get super emotional, and we've talked about this, Leo. I don't think it's a good idea to make big decisions when we're really emotional, because I don't know about you, but for me, I don't think straight. I don't think clearly, right? That is not the moment to make a big decision and like blow up the whole relationship. And so I just feel like that's almost, there's like some hidden advice in here for you where it's like, I think you're going to be annoyed about what's happening. And I think you're going to be even more annoyed if your person doesn't get it right the first time in terms of how they fix this. But I would caution against making any big decisions about your relationship in the heat of the moment, right? Let the dust settle, get out of that like really frustrated mindset, and then think clearly. If at that point you don't want to be with them, fine. But I just feel that there might be a tendency for you to act really based on emotion in the heat of the moment because you're frustrated. And I'm just saying, like, that might not get you the result that you want. That might actually get you further away from what I think you actually do want with this person. Let me know if that connects. I feel like that's a very specific message, but let me know if it resonates. So, moment of truth. Let's actually look at the potential outcome here. Look at that, Leo. The Sun. Your energy, the happiest card within the tarot. You know what this tells me? You guys have a good thing here. Look, shit happens, okay? We are always gonna, this is my PSA. This is my public service announcement for Leos today. Don't fuck up a good thing, okay? Because I'm not minimizing what's happening. Something is obviously going on. There is some sort of conflict, some sort of tension here with you and your person. Guess what? That happens in every relationship, right? And so I think with this, I just intuitively feel you guys actually have like a really, really good connection. And I'm feeling like I want to like just advocate for this and be like, don't let this minor Five of Swords pull you guys apart. Don't let that steal the happiness that the two of you can have together. Don't blow up the relationship because of this, because this does not feel like something that should blow up your relationship. So I feel like I just want to, I don't know, I'm getting like this very activated energy where I want to advocate for you guys, where I'm like, look, something could be happening, but don't let it steal the joy of your relationship. And as we talked about, the Five of Swords is like all that external shit that can happen, that can like mess with us. Don't let the external world come in and steal the joy from your relationship. Obviously, if there's something going on, it's gonna have to be dealt with. But at the end of the day, I think there's some really beautiful stuff between you and this person. This might just be like a hard, frustrating moment you guys need to navigate. But if you're able to do that without like blowing things up in the relationship, I think you guys are going to be fine. But I think the trick here is to not make emotional decisions in the heat of the moment that you cannot recover from together. Anyway, that's the messages I'm getting, you guys. Let me know if it connects. I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And of course, I wish you love, I wish you happiness, you guys, and we'll talk again very, very soon. Bye, Leo.